All right, we are back. I am a little sick right now, so I'm going to try and be here for you all as much as I can. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at one last look at Battles of Legend, Monstrous Revenge, because there's some cards making some moves, particularly quarter century rares. So we're going to look at those, some other cards in the set as well. But then tomorrow and in videos ahead, we're Duelist Nexus all the way. We're going to be breaking down the set. Should you buy the sealed? Should you buy the singles? If you're buying pre-sales, what pre-sales should you be buying? Which ones should you be avoiding? We're going to be opening up a case of that. We're also going to be opening up a case of OTS 22 as well when we get that. So we've got a lot of fun stuff in store for the channel. Very excited about this time of year. But today is one last look at Battles of Legend, Monstrous Revenge. I got my streaming hoodie on. I'm ready to roll as much as I can with this crud that I've got. So, all right. Before I get into that, just, we are at 490 subscribers. We're 10 away. I've got a very nice giveaway for 500 subscribers. I think you're really going to like that. My guess is Monday's video, we're going to have 500 subscribers and we're going to do a giveaway on that video. So keep that in mind. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, like button. Let's jump right into Battles of Legend, Monstrous Revenge. I'm going to bring it up on TCG Player so that you can see what I am looking at here. All right, so You've got your regular quarter century rares that are just hanging in there, doing what they've been doing for quite a while, which is IP, the Sky Striker. Bestial Lebellion is dropping. It's down to 220. I do expect that to go under the 200 mark, but just barely, like 190, something like that. I think that's the floor on that card. It has been falling pretty steadily. Where you had some movement last night was with Zeus. And I do have to admit, I was a part of this, in the sense that I bought my Zeus yesterday. I bought my Zeus for 130. I thought, you know what? Now's a good time to do it. I don't know if it's going to go any lower. So I went in and I bought Zeus. By somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, there were only 2 Zeus left on TCG Player, and they were each $500. So Zeus had gotten bought out again, another buyout on Zeus. That's why you see the price increase. Lowest listing, don't pay attention to the market price right now. Lowest listing is $212. Now, I don't know if the guy that I bought mine from is going to send it to me or not. I hope he's a solid seller and will send me the Zeus that I bought, but it is now $212. And what I want to bring up about this, because I think it's really important to note this, is that what you saw on Zeus in these 2 buyouts was an organic buyout rather than a forced buyout. And organic buyouts have a tendency to last longer. What I mean by an organic buyout is it's not 1-2 people going in and buying them all. It's several individuals going in and saying, you know what, I'm willing to pay that. I want the card, and just the community as a whole goes in on that card without really communicating to each other. So you did have 2 people bought 2. The rest of them were singles. So nobody's really forcing the buyout here as much as it's just organically happening because the card is worth it. And so because you saw this happen twice with Zeus, and both times it was pretty organic, my guess is that Zeus is probably going to hold a high value at this point. It's probably not going to go too far under $200. It might go back down to $150 at the lowest, but I think Zeus is really going to stay at that higher price range because people value it at that price, and you saw it happen twice. So I don't know that it's going to go any lower anytime soon, which is unfortunate on Zeus. But if you get back to the rest of them, what you'll see here is pretty much, these middle cards are holding firm. Lady of Labyrinth, Assault Synchron's kind of sometimes above 100, sometimes below, but never too low or never too high. Same thing with Welcome Labyrinth and the Rite of Armesia. But once you drop below them, what you're really seeing here is some great value that and this is why I wanted to make this video, if you're interested in these cards, now's really the time to buy them because any of these cards can get bought out real quick at this point. What we've seen is that the community as a whole, not everybody, but as a whole, they do value these quarter century rares. They do want them. And so they are holding a little higher value than maybe some of us thought that they would. But I think Terraforming is a great example of that. There's only 22 listings of Terraforming. Just from talking to people, there's a lot of interest in this card. My guess is because it's only a one of. And so it's not a daunting task where you've got to buy 3 of them. But it's $62. If you want Terraforming, now's a great time to buy it. I would not wait any longer. Same thing with Dark Hole and Nessie. Nessie got bought out all the way up to like $75. It has dropped right now under $50. I think that's a pretty fair price. It might go back down to $40. But if you just don't want to risk it, now's a fine time to buy Nessie. This Dark Magician of Night of Dragon Magic, I don't know why this hasn't gotten bought out yet. I'm surprised. It's still sitting around $60, and there are 44 listings, so it's not really in danger of getting bought out. But if you do want this card, what I would say is pay attention to the number of listings. And if that starts going down to like 30, then I would make my move on that card. Other ones, Super Poly, I've said before, I think this is a no-brainer buy. You're getting Super Polys, you get a play set for around 150, probably around 175 with tax and all that. But I still think it's a great buy. Super Poly down here. Tri-Edge Master is coming back down. I still wouldn't buy this at $60. I would still wait for it to get down to about 40, 45. I think that's a fair price. It's a one of. It's not an extra deck staple, but it's a useful extra deck card. The rest of these, I wouldn't really want myself, but if you want them, then it's a fine time to go in on them. Down here, though, this Volcanic Shell under $40, with all the fire support that's coming out, I can't imagine that this card does not find some play somewhere, and I just think this card is going to get bought out pretty soon, within the next week or two. So if you want the card, I would make a move on it pretty quickly because it is under $40, and I think that's the price where we wanted these to be. Sub $40, that's a great price. Now, the last quarter century that I really want to talk about is on page 2, right here. And you've got the XTalk Hydra, which is no longer the cheapest quarter century. The Teller Knight is now sitting in that spot. The XTalk Hydra is an absolutely beautiful quarter century rare. I think it's a fine time to buy under $30. So I would be looking at that card as well. Now, when you move past the quarter century rares and then you start looking at just the regular secrets, there's some great buys in here. Now, one of the things that I do want to draw your attention to is Assault Synchron is going back up. It was around $5. It's now around $7. I would not be surprised if that trend doesn't continue and Assault Synchron go back up to somewhere between $8 to $10. That's kind of the value I think that card has. Duality has been around $8, I think, for quite a while. If you want it, it's a fine time to buy that card. Zeus is tapping out around $13. This card would have went back up to $15, but there was another reprint announced of Zeus, and that's going to kind of kill the value of this Zeus a little bit. So I think, $13, $14 is a pretty fair price. Same thing with Rite of Armisia. That's probably going to get a reprint in the tins. Maybe not secret rare. Maybe it will be secret rare. We just don't know. But that's kind of tap out the value on that as well. But when you get down to here, IP moving closer and closer to that kind of $3 mark. I think IP is a great card to buy. There's a lot of sales happening on this card, like a lot of sales. This is all just today. All today. All of this. Every single one of these is today. And some of these you're looking at 9, 3, 3, 3. If you don't have your IPs, now's a great time to buy them. $3, that's a steal on IP. The Sky Striker link is about $16, maybe a little bit less. It's a fine card to buy at that price. I think it's a great card. It's not just a Sky Striker card, so keep that in mind as well. You should have your play sets of Super Poly. You should have your secret rare Terraforming. You should have your play set of Book of Eclipse and your playset of Dark Hole, and at least one XTalk Hydra for $1. This is an instant fusion target, so keep that in mind as well. That's pretty much what I wanted to say on Battles of Legend. I do have the results of the giveaway for the last giveaway that we had. So let me give you those results. We were giving away 3 of those Korean cards from the Rarity Collection. So the first winner is Adam Kogan. I think that's how you say it, 211, Adam Kogan. You got the reasoning, so you got the quarter century rare reasoning. So I will send you my email address, and then you just send me your address to that email. The next winner is PK-EY6DZ. You got the Mud Dragon Collector's Rare. And then maybe my favorite name. Ever since this guy subscribed to the channel, I've just always loved this name. You Look Like Keith. That's absolutely hilarious to me. Every time I see your name, it cracks me up. You got the God Slime, man. Still, we've not had a second winner. We don't tap out. You know, if you've won once, then you can't win again. You can keep on winning. We've not had a second winner, though. So congratulations to the winners. I will be in touch with you. Then you send me your address. Hopefully, I'm feeling better tomorrow. We're going to start by breaking down Duelist Nexus, asking, should you buy the sealed or should you buy the singles? My name is Todd from Code 2 Cards, and I am out of here.